Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be looking at the second part of our video 2, where we were building the rod holder. So hopefully you've logged into Onshape. You've got your part labeled down here, whatever you named it. Here's where we're building it in class 1.2.3 multi-view drawing number 2. But for this video, I'm going to be building on video number 2. So clicking to open that up. So if you don't have your 3D model, please go back and watch the videos that I've already loaded on our website. That will help you get to this point. And what we're going to be doing today is creating the drawing file. Right, so down here next to Part Studio number 1, you have a plus sign, insert new element. Click on that, create drawing. Recently opened, if not, under Onshape, we're going to be using the ANSI B inch drawing file. No views. Okay. All right. They bring up Part Studio 1, part number 1. Click on that to bring it over. And let's plant our 3 views. So front. Right side. Clicking back on the front view to bring up a top view. And then clicking back on the front view, coming out at a 45-degree angle, gives us our isometric view. Let's throw this guy over here in the corner. All right, trying to snap down there, so we'll just plant them here. Escape out of our projection views, and let's double click on this guy, and let's change his scale to 1 over 1 to 2. All right, there's no reason for him to be that big. Escape out of that. Oh, I didn't save it. 1 to 2, green check. And then we can slide them up a little bit closer to the corner. We can right click on them and show shaded view. All right, so now we can focus on our multi-views. One thing we can go ahead and do is we want to show those dimension lines. So right click on the front, or not dimension lines, hidden lines. Right click on the front view, show hidden lines. And this right clicking menu bar gives you a lot of options of what you can do. So it's really important to always consider looking into that. All right, right click on all these, show hidden lines. So let's start dimensioning this guy. Come up here to our dimension tool, or we can hit D on our keyboard. Let's lay out our major dimensions first, so our overall height. Giving us plenty of room inside of there. Our overall width. Plenty of room inside of there. Our overall depth. This one's getting really close to the title box, so let's escape out of dimension tool and slide that guy out. All right. Now I can have it in line with those on there. All right. We can go back to our dimension tool by hitting D. We can show the depth of our part, or the part of the part on top of the flange, and then the depth of one of these flanges. All right, and then we can do math to figure out the other side. Okay, so we know the height. Well, we know the height of our flange first off. Show that. All right, and then we know the height from the bottom to our angled side to be 1 inch. Remember, we don't know the length of this face, but we do know the angle it creates at the top. So we can click on the top and then click on that face, and that gives us our 45-degree angle. And we can do the same over here on this side. Oh, must have clicked on the wrong thing. face in that side, 45-degree angle. All right, so we'd still need to know, remember looking back at our drawing, it gave us this run right here of this downward angle. We could give that again, or we could just pull this out. Let's get out of this. Let's move this top view on up there. So back to dimensioning tool, pull this out. Slide it out here to the side. It's a little tight inside of the extension lines. Okay, so we need to add some things to show that this is a hole, because right now, looking at just these hidden lines, it could be a square, rectangle, or anything cutting through there. A hole will have a center line. So right here is our edge-to-edge center line. So we can click on that hidden line, click on that hidden line, gives us a center line. So that's perfect. So now it looks as though we have everything dimensioned except for our hole. Let's go back into our dimensioning tool. Won't let us dimension our hole in here. Won't let us dimension our hole here. We could dimension our hole here, but one of those rules of dimensioning is we never dimension two hidden lines. So we want to look straight down on that hole. And how do we do that? Well, we use an auxiliary view. This button up here looks like a square with an arrow looking down on a face, on a triangular face. All right, if you hover over it, it tells you, it gives you the commands on how to use it, or the steps. Select a view, select an edge, and then drag to place the view. So we can do this view. We're going to select this edge. We're going to drag it out here at a 45-degree angle. And look at that. That's our view. That's what we need. All right, so right now our drawing is getting very tight, and we haven't done anything with this top view, so let's get it out of the way. Let's just delete it. We're going to label the hole on our auxiliary view, and that will give us plenty of room and information. All right, so I'm just kind of sliding these drawings down. Giving us a little bit more room. All right, so we're looking right down on this auxiliary view. This is something like a detail, a breakout on a traditional drawings. Instead of having it all on one page, this would be on a details page. But for us, we're going to leave it on here. So let's add right here a little circle with a plus sign inside of it. That's a center mark. Let's add a center mark to this. And now we can dimension to that center mark. So we knew how much it was from the side. All right, pull that out up here. 1 inch from the side. And it was also 1 inch from that bottom face. So pull that out here. All right, just trying to keep it uniform and neat. And then we can show this dimension right here. The diameter of our circle. All right, so now everything is labeled. We have all the drawings we need. We're able to label that through hole on that angled face by doing an auxiliary view. So this would be what you submit for homework, taking a snapshot of this or using your snipping tool to paste this into your homework. All right, thank you and have a good one.